Hey guys, Dylan from Geek Duo here, and today I'll be bringing you my reaction to Arcane Season 2, Episode 5, titled Blisters and Bedrock. Vi awakens to surprising news. An unsettling reunion isn't what it seems, and Caitlin uncovers the origins of Shimmer. Okay, so that last part is pretty easy to figure out. She's going to find Singed his lab in the cave, where she finds that axolotl creature, because that's what he was deriving Shimmer from. I'm assuming the reunion is in relation to the thumbnail, which, as I said in the last episode, is Vi squaring up to Warwick. And I don't know, the surprising news could be the return of Jinx. Also, I meant to look this up before, but how long was the time jump? Time skip Arcane Season 2. So, I want to know how long it's been. Okay, so apparently they originally wanted it to be 3 to 6 months, but it was left a bit vague intentionally. Okay, because I knew it was a while based on, well, how characters have changed, like the Noxian hold on Piltover, Savika's hair, and the whole Jinx rebellion thing. I've seen a picture of Vi's current look, so I knew things had changed with her. Yeah. So, a few months have passed. Let's split the difference and say 4.5 between episodes 3 and 4. So that's how long Jace, Heimerdinger, Echo have been missing, how long Victor's been missing, how long it's been since Vi and Big Boy broke off from the group. I still don't remember his name. I wonder if he's going to be in this episode. Yeah. Let's get this started in 3, 2, 1, go. I'm sure by the end of this season, I'm going to remember his name. I can't tell if that's the same guy whose jaw vibe broke in the... Hey, Big Boy is in this. That wasn't a glass jaw, that was a metal jaw, but he still got taken down in one. I gotta say I like the new look and vibe. He was part of Silco's crew, one of the guys that went to Marcus's house with him. Oh, even Big Boy's left her. Was Jinx actually there, or I thought that's what she was doing. So we're not going to see how they got off of the prison. Hmm. Wasn't expecting that to be this episode. I'm also surprised she willingly went to Vi after how their last few interactions have ended. Like, I thought from the thumbnail that at the end of this episode was going to be the square off between um, Vi and Warwick. Like, she'll see this big beast with Jinx and square up. The reunion is Vi and Jinx, and not what it seems is, oh hey, your dad's also there, but no. Also, apparently, there are hidden scenes in this opening that only flash up for a frame. She always was the best detective they had, at least from what we saw in the first season. Why are you still in there? lock me away. I lived years in a cave. By the looks of it, the only thing Jinx was involved with was derailing his escape. Oh, right. I knew there was a person I was missing when I was going through who had been missing. I'm going to say no to my question last episode as to whether Allura was still alive. Come on, Mel. Dark Knight Rises this. Is that her brother? Well, it has been years. Remember during the flashback of Mel, they said her brother was dead. And that was what sent her mum on the path that she's on. Sound activated bioluminescences. An odd touch. I do like Vi's new look. I've just got to reiterate that. Pretty sure a lot of those are also dead now. Isn't Fatheads an actual in-game nickname for her? Huh. They've updated her League wiki to say Warwick is her father. Yep. Nicknames Fat Hands from G. What was that flash? Interesting. So that saying comes from Silco. Yeah, there's definitely something about her. You've got another sibling. And let me guess, Mel is that child? Oh, hey, that's the kid that they were injecting that killed Benzo in that. I'm assuming it was a daughter or something that was the body that he held that changed into that tube that's in Vader's back. I first picked it up with the lullaby in the pocket watch. I'm like, did he have a child? And then seeing the flash, he wanted to bring his daughter back. This wasn't a place to put false prophets. This was a place to draw out something. They thought it was with Kino. Why do I feel he's not actually there? Again, I should have said my thought when I thought of it. Because the way he appeared next to her and startled her when she should have been looking right at him, and all of a sudden he was beside her. I thought something was up with that. He's going to smell the handprint. All I hope is that the kid survives. Those look like Vander's gauntlets. Mando and Silco. Did they used to work in these mines? I'm guessing the she is the woman that was standing at the jukebox. You know, for a giant beast, he runs very slow. That was some wicked regeneration. Because that split open his... Felicia, eh? Oh, she's not with either of them. Bedrock and Blisters. Oh. And that's why he, without any hesitation, adopted them. Also, her having purple hair, giving birth to a daughter with red and a daughter with blue. I'm tearing up. I was wondering if the kid was going to join in or not. Well, that just made things a whole lot more complicated. He's going to be able to figure out. No, it's Victor. I thought that was Cinched going for the Hex Tech theme. That's not Victor, that's Cello. Did that just fuse him, Heimerdinger, and Echo? Gonna have to look back at that. What is affecting him? What about the other two that were in there? What happened to you in there for the 3 months? Where did you go? Crunch. That was a very telegraphed crunch. Now I've got to see. Let's jump back to when Cello first enters. It's a little hard to see. It might just be 3 instances of Jace. Because there's definitely no Heimerdinger in there. If anything, it looks like it could be 3 different instances of Jace. Because there. See how this one, he's shirtless. Yet this one over here seems to be wearing his council uniform. But no, this one has a sleeve on, so... I don't know. It's hard to tell. They're definitely all Jace, but whether they're all the same Jace is the question. Also, it should be noted that all of them come together and then the hammer pops into his hand, which looks very corrupted, and the hex orb in the middle seems to be purple instead of blue. I don't know if that means anything. I've already forgotten Vi and Jinx's mother's name. It was nice getting Silco back. Felicia, that's it. The problem is, as I saw earlier, they've updated the League wikis because this is now the definitive canon. So everything that happens on here gets updated onto that wiki. So Warwick is now listed as Vi and Jinx's adoptive father. Now, yes, there were voice lines in the game that apparently showed some, knowledge of the characters before the show started. I remember seeing a video about that at the end of the last season, but it was never actually explicitly stated that Vander and Warwick were the same person. So that just hinted, or because he's the beast of Zorn, or the dog of Zorn. I don't actually remember what the Warwick. Arcane. Uncaged Wrath of the Zorn. I guess is what it would be called. Yes, the Jinx and Vi are listed as adoptive daughters. Yeah, there we go. Warwick, the Uncaged Wrath of Zorn. The chemicals that are pumped into Warwick's body every time he smells blood, along with singed experiments have taken a heavy toll on his psyche. He remembers very little of his former life as a human, sometimes recalling the cries of a little girl implied to be Jinx. You were there, let me forget. And apparently knowing Vi before she defected to Piltover, Zorn needed you. Warwick was ultimately confirmed to be Vander in Act 2 of Arcane's second season. So yeah, there was already in the game that he knew Jinx and Vi. So this had been set up. They're building off of established canon to make the definitive canon that Vander got turned into work. I knew I was remembering that, but anyway, I came on here to look on whether Felicia... There's no hyperlink or anything, so that just... Cool. That just means that it wasn't an established character. Let's type in League of Legends Felicia. Yep, the only thing that's about her is the stuff that we saw in this episode. Okay. This was another banger episode. The stuff with Mel and her brother, the stuff with getting singed past, why he turned to the life that he did, Vi and Jinx coming back together with their father, getting that little flashback of when times were good between Vander and Silco, with the girl's mother. That just makes it even more sad now that I think about it, because it was the three of them: Silco, Vander, and Felicia. Felicia died in the uprising on the bridge. Vander and Silco then have their falling out where Vander tries to kill Silco, but fails. Vander adopts both the daughters of Felicia, and ultimately Silco ends up adopting Jinx. So, in a way, they each had a hand at raising their dead friend's daughter or daughters. That is sad to think about. But, yeah. And to know the fact that she got the name Violet from Vander. I know I know she said their father's name as well. I think it started with a C. Let's see. She says she's knocked up. Vander switches her drink out. I do love how, in that scene, Silco's drinking a tea or coffee, and he's giving her alcohol. Then when she says she's knocked up, she gets a juice, and Silco picks up the alcohol. I think it's in the next sentence or two. Connell. Okay. So Felicia and Connell are the parents of Vi and Jinx. Or Vi and Powder. Well, yeah, we've got one more episode of this arc, and then we're on to the final arc next week. Well, this weekend. But, yeah, that was... I teared up with the reunion of the three of them. And then you had little Isha come in and join the hug. Because she's basically been adopted by Jinx. Though, whether it's a little sister thing or an adopted daughter, I don't know. I'm assuming little sister because Jinx is still. I don't know, she's an adult, so could be a daughter like figure, but I think Jinx would more want a sisterly bond. Anyway, yeah, I, I did enjoy that, but uh, oh, sorry about that. I'm going to end this one here now. I did have more things to say, but that came out of nowhere, so I'm just gonna end this here so I don't do that again. I'll catch you in the next one.